Welcome back to the $5 million debt challenge here on Riverbend Springs, and we're playing FS25. Now, the first thing we're going to do in August is sell 3,000 litres of our, what should we call them? Prefab walls. Great start there, Carter. Now, we're down at the Grain Elevator Museum, which I don't think we've been to before. So let's go through here and then do that and that and that. Lovely. $30,603. Now, we have been busy. So let's get this back to the yard and I'll explain what we've been doing. So, first things first. Now, I'm stood on the edge of field 22. Across the road of me is the one that we merged, 25, 23. And if I turn around, we've put grass in. And if I turn around this way, we've put grass in this one. Now, the reason for this is... and I'm probably going to hate myself for doing this. We're going to put sugar beet in both of these fields, but as you may well be aware, we cannot put sugar beet in until March. So the thinking was, if I put grass in, at least we're going to get one, potentially 1.5, I say half because it may not get to the full growth state, cuts off the fields, and then we'll stick sugar beet in, and then we'll put all of that sugar beet through the BGA. Now, the other thing that I might need to do is just ever so slightly tweak the amount that the sugar beet that can be put in. We'll see about that one. We'll see how we get on. But if we look at the recipe, it's a decent amount of electric charge, a little bit of methane, and, you know, a little bit of digestate as well. So, job is a good one. Now, all the straw has been processed, you'll have seen. So, we've got these set to selling. So, in 4 minutes' time in game, we'll get a little bit of money back from that. So, with all of that said, I think we can advance the time into August 2. Check time saving stock check to see if there's anything that can be sold. Failing that, we'll move into September and we'll rinse and repeat until, well, the corn might be ready, but I'm hoping to get the cut off of the grass first. So, yeah, we'll see what happens when we get through to August 2 and then September. Well, good morning and welcome to September on the $5 million debt challenge. I don't know why I said it like that. So, we're doing a bit of pallet simulator first. So, we've got goat's milk, prefab walls, and furniture. Lovely jubbly. Now, from memory, we need to sell the... Let's double check, shall we? Prefab walls, 32... Here's $2,000. So I think what we'll do, what we might do is we might be sneaky. We might unload now. Where is the Grain Elevator Museum? Map. That's what we want. That's what we want. So that is there, which is, it's pointless driving there and then driving back to the warehouse, which is here. So let's find ourselves somewhere. Most likely, I know where to go. I know. Wait for the old barriers to raise. We'll dump everything in the car park and then, oh, look at that. We drove over, no problem. It's nice having not a low loader that's not so low loading. Right, so if we do shift I, and then pop out for a moment. Move this to here. Move this to here. Take that off there and move that to here. And then get back into the truck and do that. Right, now we can go to the warehouse, which is behind the sun. Get these sold, come back, pick up the prefab walls. Job is a good one. Stop at the stop sign. Nope. Right. Up here, I think. Yes. Oh, lovely jubbly. Hopefully we can get around. Good old steering axle. Back out, prefab walls, and then down to the Grain Elevator Museum. So I'll go and grab them. And I'll see you down there. Let's get another 30 odd grand. Oh, what, 29? Wasn't what I expected. But what I'm going to do is... Now, I need to keep some cash in for leasing some things for the corn silage. So I think we can repay... Yeah, we'll keep it. Yeah, keep it at that. Keep it at a round figure of £2.9 million. Now, let's get that going home. We can then leave that to get there because we know it'll work. And he says it's going to get stuck on some rocks or something. Oh, nicely done there, auto drive. I think we can probably sleep until September 2. Well, into September 2, and I'm honestly not. I'm not sheep worrying, honestly, promise. But I did just notice when I was checking on their water and their food that we go into this one. Our old sheep worth £1,000 a piece. Now there's 20 of them. So that's £20,000 minus a transport fee. So we get 19 grand. And then all we need to do is let the others reproduce. No brainer. Super. So wool production will drop slightly, potentially, but that could be worth it. No, well, it is worth it. So let's have a look as well at the old goat. The old goat. We want that menu. I do like this. I think this is quite cool. So 925 quid. Probably not quite worth it yet. But yeah, need to keep an eye on that. I hadn't clocked. Oh no, yeah, you just wait till you get to 40 months. You'll be off skis. Right. While we're here, let's just have a look at time saving stock check. Anything. Oh, look at the amount of lettuce. 230 grand. I hope it comes up at a decent price at the farmer's market, because I don't fancy sticking all that lot on the train. Anything else that is of any... No. Dry oats are waiting on still to be for a good price. No, I don't think there is. Wood chip, no. Ooh. No. No, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Prices. Woo, wood chip. Where am you? Where? Wood chip. No. Oh, that would have been a bit of a schoolboy error, wouldn't it? 982 in Jan. So we need to hold out for that. So I think we can probably get ourselves... Now, this bit's ready to cut. The other one is a month behind. Or the other ones. So, tell you what we'll do. We're going to go through to October, which will mean that the corn will be ready to chop. As well as the grass is ready to cut. Which means there'll be plenty to do. So, I'll see you in October. So, into October 1, and everything is orange. Now, so let's go through what we've got, shall we? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grass fields and the cornfield. Now, I've had a cunning plan. So we're definitely doing the corn for silage. That's an absolute no-brainer, which is going to go into a bunker. And then I thought to myself, well, if we just mowed this full enough, with the mowers on the swathing setting, as we do normally, and then instead of baling it, we could use the forage harvester with the pickup header on it, with silage additive, into a trailer, and then add that to the bunker that we're going to use to compact and ferment the corn silage. It kind of makes sense. So, with that in mind, we need a few bits of equipment. So, the first one is going to be one of the fantastically brilliant Omatana trailers. Now, what we're going to do is, because this one's going to be silage, we're going to go for a different colour. Let's go Bent Nature Green. Why not? Oh, now, okay, that is interesting. I thought you could change the... no, that's the update she's going to do. That's right. So we'll go... That's fine. That's fine. We can tell the difference with the colours. That's all we need. Right. For the purpose of this exercise, we're going to buy it. We're going to buy it. That's fine. Right. Next thing that we need is... down here, a forage. Click, there we go. So I've got this in. No, I haven't. Is that the... No. Is that the one that we want? No, it's not. What I'm trying to get at is... I need to find it. Need to find it. I think it's belt systems. There we go. We've got this one. The lizard forage pickup, which is a mod. Now we're going to use that to load the trailer with silage once it's compacted in the bunker, just for speed. So the first thing we need to get sorted is... Now let's have a look at price. 469. Should we go Fent this time? It's not about 20 grand in it. What did we use for the... I'll tell you what, yeah, let's go Fent. I used to be indecisive. And now I'm just not sure. Right, so don't... Standard pipe will be fine. 650 horsepower is fine. So we'll lease that. Then if we go to here, and then headers. Now, we want the... We'll get that one in a bit. Gonna need a big old How big's that one now? No, we'll go with that one. Oh, 840. Oh, you can't modify. Oh, we've just wasted 20 grams. You know what? Let's risk it. Let's risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Come on. Lath, no. Vent, yes. Lease, yes. Right. Ah. Let's first things first. Give this a whirl. Oh, silage additive. There we go. Let's get this hooked up. Let's just do. I'm assuming it's going to run. Will it? If not, we have just wasted 20-something grand. Come on. £5 an hour? Under no load. I think what we're going to do is we're going to give it a try. And if we do have to go and return... If we have for it... Thinking heck. I'm all discombobulated now. If we do have to return it and get the higher horsepower one, then we'll do it. We'll take the hit. And we'll learn from our mistake. There it is in the long grass. Refill, thank you very much. In fact, we will pick that up and pop it where we can see it. Right. So, I'll head to the field. We will try this out, and if it works, see you back in the field. If not, we'll have to give it a bit of a tune-up. Well, me of little faith, we're going all right. Okay, the header says a 6 mile an hour working speed. I can cope with 5 if it saves me 20 grand. Now, we've done half a headland and already just approaching 65,000 litres of chaff, so in for a good haul I think, and I'm quite liking the idea doing everything as pit silage. I think that's going to be it should be a decent haul, and the fact that, excuse me, with base game, you can just, once you put something into a pit, it turns into chaff. Why I said it like that. It means that we can dump the corn chaff in, and then once we've cut the grass, that'll go in as effectively chaff as well. So it doesn't matter at all. But yeah, it's going to be a nice steady process. What I might do is get the Valtra set up and get the mowing at least started on a couple of the fields. He has scratching his beard. I do apologise. Yeah, get that set up, mowing a couple of the fields. So then once we've done this, however long it takes, we can then hire the pickup header and just start driving around, picking up the cut grass, and then, yeah, get it in a bunker, which we'll need to place. Probably near the BGA, makes sense. And yeah, get it all compacted. So we're about halfway round the third headland out of 4. And if my filing system is correct, this is episode 34. Now, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can potentially have this series wrapped up by the latest episode 40. That's my hope. We've got, if that'll leave us with 6 episodes, which is plenty of time to, one, advance through to January. Mine went blank then. To get the wood chip sold. It'll give us enough time to do the grass work, get that all chopped, get it all fermented, processed, through the BGA, and whatnot, and potentially, yeah, I'm just thinking that because we'll have the money from the lettuce, we'll have the money from the dry oats, we'll have anything else that we've got left to sell. I'm not going to do any more forestry stuff, so we'll just run down the, we've already emptied the sawmill, we'll run down the carpentry. The sheep are going to produce wool, we've got the goats doing the milk, so I'm hopeful for no later than episode 14. If we can do it before then, even better. So yeah, we're just going to crack on now and get it done, and hope that another map comes out that appeals, you know, catches the old creative eye. Yeah, and I mean, that's the only downside with having no testing list, is you don't know what's coming map wise. You know, mods, alright, take it or leave it, maybe. Some ones you go, ooh, I'd like to see that, but not so much. But maps, yeah, because you think, oh, I could, you know, if I time it right, that might get released. You know, oh, I'd like to go and play on that map. So from that point of view, that's the only downside to not having a testing list anymore. But, you know, we'll cope. We will cope. So we're already up to 0.4 hours on this thing. But it's not too bad, just sitting there plodding around, letting the GPS do the majority of the work. Majority of the work. And yeah, just intervening at times like this. But yeah, one more headland, and then, as you can see, into some nice up and down rows. So yeah, we're making steady progress. 330,000 litres nearly. Come on. There we go. I'm not even going to try and guess. I'd be happy with 500,000 litres. But, like I say, we will see. So I'm going to push on, do a bit more. I haven't set the, I need to set the fence then. Put the voucher off, doing the mowing. So what I might do is, once I've done with this segment of recording, I might hop and do that. And yeah, then that can be working away in the background, and then we'll have some grass to pick up once we've finished this chopping of our massive cornfield. So I'll see you in a little while. Well, we've gone over 500,000 litres, which is blooming lovely, and you can just about see in the distance the Valtra mowing the first of the fields. Probably one of the easier fields to do, as we've kind of left it intact. I'll have to mow the one by the farm there, and then by the BGA. I have to do that bit myself, but should be okay with all of the others, I think. I'd quite like to mow the big one myself, maybe, if we get a chance. Not too precious about it, but we put the effort in to make the field, it would be nice to at least work in it once, because depending on how it goes with the old silage, we might not even get to put, well, we might put the sugar beet in the ground, but we might not get to harvest it. So we'll see. Yeah, there's no point carrying on if we've completed the $5 million debt challenge, so we'll have to see. Like I say, there's a few episodes left, so we might be able to get through the time, but I think we're going to have a fair bit of money tied up in not only the wood chip and the silage, but the lettuce and other stuff as well. Well, a nice spot of easy in-cab driving for the last pass of this half of the field. So first field finished up in front of us, and you can just see if we lean the Valtra in the field next to us. So job is a good one. Right, so I can lift up 603,000 litres. Right, I think we've got quite a few passes here now. And they're decent long runs, so yeah, I'm hopeful to get, I don't know, 750,000 litres. Hopefully. So let's get that on course there, lower that down, and away we go. Silage additive, we're getting through it. I am keeping an eye on it. I won't be running without it. That seems rather pointless. We've got plenty back at the farm, so yeah, if we need to, we'll run back, grab it, and get topped up. The last but one pass, and yeah, 750,000 litres easily now. Just wanting to check and keep that eye on the old silage additive as it counts down through the last litre. I'm assuming that it's going to be a case of 750,000 litres of chaff uses 20,000 litres, 20,000 litres, 20 litres of silage additive. That's what the way I think it's going to work out. The Valtra is in field 22 doing the mowing, and then all that'll leave us with is 23, 25, 44 and 43 to do. Those two won't take long. This one, yeah, maybe a little bit longer, but we should be alright. So I think once we've done this, we're good for this episode. Next episode, we'll start off by getting the mowing done, and then get the pickup header, and then yeah, just keep. It's gonna to the naked eye, it's going to look very similar to this episode, but we all know the cunning plan that we have concocted during this one. So yeah, we'll have to think of something a little bit different though to do with the thumbnail maybe. So I've been and literally grabbed and ran back with the pallet of silage additive. We were not going to have enough, and you know, we want to maximise what we're doing, so for the 15 seconds it took to teleport over to the truck and then leg it back, it's worth it. It's worth it indeed. So yeah, last pass, I have surpassed my target, or what I thought we'd get, and off one field, that is pretty darn good. I mean, we got, I think when we did all the fields that we got before, and this one, we ended up with 1.something million litres of silage, I think. So to get, you know, 3/4 or over 3/4 of a million off of one field, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So what we need to do is just get this finished, We can return the corn header. We'll lease the pickup one, and then we're good to go for the start of the next episode. And there we go. Super blooming duper. 782,744 litres. We've just dropped over the hour by the look of it because the money's gone down. So, like I say, I'll return the corn, or the chopping header, pick up the pickup header, and then we'll just literally pick up from this point. Pick up, carry on from this point, and make some more silage. So, thank you all very, very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave us a like. If you're new and you're still watching, think about subscribing. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.